what's going on? We're gonna have videos next while scattered here, there, everywhere, waiting on parts. So what I'm doing as I'm waiting for parts is dip into the next project, and then until parts come, then I'll jump back into that. So some of these videos are going to be, or probably all of them are going to be, like I say, they're going to be mixed in. It's not going to be a 1, 2, 3 or a 4. It could be this saw 1 and 2, next saw 1, the third saw might be 1. So like I say, I'm trying to get stuff done, but we're waiting on parts at the moment. So as of right now, what we have here is an MS660. Yes, big bore. So I got a couple of them. I've been dipping into them. There were part saws. So what we're doing is going to see what we can do, how many we can make from whatever parts we have here. This one has been interesting, same as the other one I have on the ground here. So this specific one, somebody broke a stud, and I don't know, it looks like they're hammering the heck out of it with maybe a chisel or something like that. So, and then they ended up putting a little bit of a crack in the lower transfer there. So we're not going to keep this jug. The rest of it's actually all in all, like internally, really good shape. So off the other one though, it needs a good cleaning. All in all, there's some transfer going on inside of it, but I think it's totally repairable. Like when you run your finger in it, it feels pretty darn good. That messed up jug, the piston that is in that one, looks to be in pretty good shape. I think we can save that. If not, I have two other aftermarket jugs, like piston jug sets we could put on here. But where I'm going to go just in this video alone, like I just cleaned it up really quick, brake clean, stuff like that. So I'm probably going to have to put new bearings in. I have new seals. That's not an issue. These bearings still feel good, but since this is going to be my personal saw, you know, I want to go through it and do new bearings, new seals, yada. That being said, where I'm going with this is when I was dismantling it, I had a hard time getting this clutch off, and it's dirty. It's really dirty. It's what you can't see in that clutch drum. So anybody that's worked on saws, I'm sure he's kind of knows where this is going to go. So there's the bearing. Let's see. Try and hold the bearing straight as possible. Do you know where I'm going with this? You probably do at this point. And I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but like you can see how dirty that is, for example. But this is what I don't know if it's going to show up on camera from that bad bearing. You can actually see the groove cut into this clutch. So the centerpiece is probably still good, but those clutch packs or whatever, pucks, whatever you want to call them, they're no good. This one's pooched. That's the worst one I've seen ever so far to date, out of all the saws I've worked on. And this clutch drum, give me a sec, I'll see if I can clean out a little bit here so you can see better. I don't know if this is going to show up very well, but with the naked eye you can see it. You can kind of see there's a groove there and a groove closer to the outside of the clutch drum there, where that clutch actually bit into it by having a bad bearing. It does not look to be overheated. So chances are the clutch itself wasn't like somebody had to, you know, say the brake on and just giving her the beans. It's not overheated in that aspect, but with those ridges cut into the drum and also that clutch, that bearing has been toast for quite a while now. So, like I say, I have to go through it. I got to give it a better cleaning once I dismantle it more. I just got the jug off last night. I got new seals, I see already. And while I'm waiting for parts, I might just put this back together and see how it runs after cleaning some stuff up and replacing some definite necessities. So this is the piston, not for the good jug, but this is the piston that came out of this specific saw. So intake side, exhaust, but I think that can be cleaned up. It looks worse than what it actually feels like. So the rings aren't stuck on this one either. They're free moving around. I might have a set of rings kicking around for, I gotta measure these ones and see which, they come in two different thicknesses. I think it's like a, I can't remember, 1.5 mil and 1.2 mil. I might be wrong, but I know there was two different sizes, so I might actually have a set of these rings kicking around. If I don't, the cylinder kits I have actually maybe might have the right ones. The newer ones went with a thinner ring from what I can tell. Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens. I haven't put a timing wheel on this yet. I was just starting to do an inspection on it before I do that, just to kind of see what I have, where it's at, what path I'm going to be going. In the event that there's something that does, and any of these do go bad, if I got like a new crank, 2 new top ends, new muffler, whatnot, if I need to go down that road. So this is going to be one of the saws in the lineup that's going to be coming up on the channel. We have the 55 Rancher that is in the lineup too. We got a new aftermarket jug for it. There's also the factory one. If I got to take it apart and decide which one I'm going to use. We have an 028 piston that's going to go in it. 028 Super, so it's got the factory dome on there. We're going to have, I know I've been talking about for a while, but it hasn't been a priority, my personal 026 that is getting a different carburetor on it. Case has been trenched. I haven't touched the jug since I last poured it a couple of years ago, but it's just sitting up there. So I'm going to do all that, put it together. I'm not touching that jug. We're going to see how it runs. What is it? We got another 026 or MS660 sitting over there yet. We have an 044 12 mil wrist pin. It's going to get an 046 top end on it. Just trying to look at my pile. When I got time, there's a 266 XP. Yes, another Husqvarna. If I got time, I'm going to dip into that. Then I have the 162 Husky SE. I got to put that back together. Actually, I had Bellhopper deck the cylinder for me, tighten up the squish. So that's going to get a timing wheel put back on it. Let's see where that goes. There are, like I said, I gotta try drive all this in. MS250, another 025, or maybe 2 MS250s. I gotta see what I have kicking around. And then we're also gonna have an MS250 in the lineup too, actually for Woolie's World, but all this other stuff has to go first. What else? I'm sure I'm missing something. I'm definitely missing something. So that's where we're at on this right now currently. So I will get back onto this and we'll start this on a whole different video. I just wanted to touch base about that clutch drum, clutch bearing. Yeah, that thing is toast. And if you haven't heard the video of my 044, that thing has got so much piston slap in there. It's like throwing a pickle down a hall. That sort of idea. So that's why that one's getting a new top end. Anyways, on to the next video. We'll catch you guys later.